Ну что, всем здравствуйте, ребята. Акума Сангия с вами. Ну ж, мы дождались. Дождались. Red Dead Redemption, ребята. Порт для PS4, PS5 консоли. Ремейк легендарного шедевра, в который я не играл. Вообще. Даже прохождение не смотрел. Ждал, когда сделают ремейк. И сделали. Rockstar, вам мое почтение отдельно и низкий за это поклон. Давай вспомним вторую часть. Вторую часть мы играли, проходили неоднократно. Как я понимаю, действия первой части разворачиваются после второй части, да? За, получается, Джона Марстона. Я уже немножко подзабыл, что было во второй части. Я понял, что Артур Морган, главный персонаж, он погиб. А Джон Марстон со своей женой и ребенком, Эбигейл, по-моему, да, супругу зовут, и сына не помню, как зовут. В общем, они как-то уехали и попытались начать все заново, да. Ну что ж, посмотрим, о чем нам расскажет эта данная игра. Этот данный шедевр. Получается, здесь заявлены русские субтитры. Это уже очень-очень хорошо. Я ничего не настраивал. Сейчас все с вами обязательно настроим. Так, сейчас я себе замечательного квасочку налью. Август прямо радует погодой, ребят. Жара 30-32. Кайф. Так, чатик тоже работает, там я с вами поздоровался. Все, кто приходит, давай посмотрим. Ага. Это что это вот? Undead Nightmare. Обычный режим, да? Что это значит? Принять? А можно не будем принимать? Попробовать снова. Файл сохранения Red Dead Redemption не найден. Что делать? В этой игре используется функция автосохранения. Она включена по умолчанию. Вы можете выключить ее в любой момент в меню настроек. Любовь во время чумы. После долгой разлуки Джон Марстон вернулся к своим близким. Марстон пытается восстановить ранчо и вернуть доверие семьи. И все же готов к любым поворотам судьбы. Однажды вечером, возвращаясь домой, он размышляет о том, может ли кто-то убеждать от своего прошлого. Но он готов ко всему. Почти ко всему. Rockstar Games Presents. Rockstar Сан чего-то там. Red Dead Redemption. Undead Nightmare. А за разработку ремейка была ответственна студия, которая выпустила Майнкрафт, по-моему, да? Черт, мама. Ай, прости, я хотела сказать, черт бы побрал этого сына, которому стыдно за то, что его мать ругается как сапожник. И штопает как слепая. Так лучше, ваша светлость? Намного, словно. Я рад. Когда ты окончишь университет, настолько... Блин, не успеваю. Что будешь воротить нос? Просто и аккуратно отпихивать меня, старуху-попрошайку. Ну, хоть... Все, короче, я понял. Не буду читать титры, ребят, извините. Не успеваю.
Maybe I should bother to kick her harder.
Dear boy. Oh, I am so proud of you.
Эбигейл, супруга, да?
Oh. Yeah, Father's here. Maybe he can beat some sense into you.
Something funny's going on out there. Damn dogs going crazy and wolves howling and birds flying.
Well, it's just the storm, John.
Но ни графика, ни со второй части, конечно. Ну ладно, терпимо.
Uncle make it back yet?
I thought he was with you, off drinking in the fields. I mean, working, as you call it now.
He went into town a few hours ago after we busted that hammer working out in the meadow.
Well, he's probably holed up in some place of ill repute waiting for the passing of the storm.
I hope so.
Well, that old man could take care of himself.
I know. Just a funny feeling I got.
You gone psychic, Paul?
Either that or I ate something funny. Knowing your mother's cooking.
Здесь было заявлено, получается, какое-то дополнение. Дополнение, я не знаю, что это такое. Что за undead какой-то там. Надеюсь, это не зомби-режим.
What you reading?
Just some book about monsters.
Tell me about it.
It's kind of dumb.
That should suit me just fine.
Well, it's all about, in ancient times, how Aztec warriors worshiped the sun. But during full moons, some of them worship the moon instead. And upset the equilibrium of things. So anyway, what it involves is, there's this one guy, and he goes out in search of...
И что, Марстон на своем думает?
That leaves him all alone. So anyways, since there ain't no cure, the brave man has to kill everybody. Which is...
absolutely disgusting and completely unbelievable. It's getting late. Guess we're not gonna see Uncle till morning.
Come on then, Abigail.
Да, Эбигейл.
Jack, get yourself to bed,
Джек
boy.
пацана
Try to
зовут,
get some
все.
sleep.
Ain't you worried about Uncle?
Sure, but he'll have to wait till morning just like any other man would in his shoes. Night, son. Don't stay up reading too late. Okay, old man? You don't look so good.
Это вот зомби-режим, да?
What is going on? What the hell is wrong with you? Crazy old bastard!
Where you going? Where you going?
To get my gun.
Да, раньше вот такое женское ночное белье было интересное. Цензурное, главное. А мужики спали в пижамах вот таких. Двустволочка. Укусят, нет? Чего-чего? Избавьте дядюшку от страданий. Вот так, наверное. В голову контрольный, да? Да ты, блин... Есть. Да, головы нету. А он ее укусил. Жесть.
Well, you okay, darling? You okay?
А так должно быть, да, вообще в оригинале? Первой части. Я просто не знаю, ребят. Или эту игру изменяет дополнение, которое вот вышло оно для этой игры. Понятно. Ну, началось. Так, что за Аркантии? Свяжите. Понятно. А связать как? Ага, понял. Так. Доступно золотое оружие. Надо еще, получается, Джека поймать. Блин, что-то какая-то дичь. С этим я не знаю, так должно быть или нет. Или это кошмар такой? Это точно Red Dead Redemption, ребят? Они должны быть зомбаками, нет? Ну офигеть, заботливый какой.
Stay calm. As calm as you can, seeing as both of you seem to have gotten a little excited. Probably just a fever. Jack, be kind to your mother. Abigail, teach the boy right from wrong. Both of you. Stop biting chunks out of people. Be back as soon as I can.
Просто жесть. Ребята, так должно быть, да? Действительно? В первой части. Или все это ерунда? С новым дополнением, зомби-режим какой-то. Так. А, можно... Понял. Понял. Так. Боевая лошадь. Так, запрыгнем. Чтобы продолжить сюжетную линию Undead Nightmare. Понятно. Короче, от DLC, ребят. Ну ладно. Так, она сама прыгает, ладно. Так, ну давай по дороге побежим. Подсказки он есть. Blackwater. Салон.
There must be someone around.
Вот это классный режим. Мне вот это нравится, то, что сзади происходит.
Mr. Marston, sir! Marston! It's me!
Professor, what are you doing here? I thought you went back to Yale.
I did, but I came back for another round of research, and now all hell is quite literally broken loose.
What is going on?
Well, sir, I'm a man of science, a man of great learning, a thinker, a wise man, and I'll be honest with you, sir, I haven't got a fucking clue.
Well, ain't that dandy?
What should we do?
Well, I suggest we try to find other survivors, band together, and find a cure. Or fight to the death trying.
Well, that sounds great and all, but I'm just peachy. But I'm not sure that I'm not cut out for such shenanigans. I was thinking more that finding a horse and riding back to the civilized north at the speed of knots before writing a paper on the events from the comfort of my study. I'm a scientist after all, right? I mean, I can't do much science if I'm some bloodshot dervish's lunch, can I? Much as I would like.
Your sense of duty is very impressive, Professor. I'm gonna search the back street for survivors.
No, perhaps staying with you would be safer. Could you just wait a sec here, would you please? I'm going to wander down that lonely, deserted street and get my bag.
Wait, you should stay with me, Professor. You haven't got a gun.
Oh, no, it's okay. There's no need to worry. Everyone's already dead. I left my stuff with Mr. Nastas. You remember him. Indian fellow, dumb as bricks, but a good sort.
Okay. Well, maybe in a couple
Интересно,
minutes.
давно придумали этот зомби-режим тут? Зомби DLC. Пообедали. Так. Теперь этот зомбак. Уровень меткого глаза повышен. Патрон особо ценная вещь. Так. Блин. Ну ладно. Давай, знаешь, сделаем как. Я, честно говоря, хотел бы вообще просто сначала в оригинальную версию сыграть. Без всяких вот этих вот содомитов, зомбарей да прочей хрени всякой. Так. Хотите начать? Да, хочу начать. Погоди. Не, давай в главное меню выйдем. Так. Настройки нет. Сглаживание AMD. Так, ладно. Размытие при движении. Читы, что за читы еще? Так, конфигурация. Выйдем в главное меню. Так, обычный режим. Вот давай обычный режим. Вот это вот Undead Not Mine нафиг. Все. Создать новое сохранение. Самое то. Потому что как-то тема с этими зомбарями, она приелась для меня. О, во-во-во. То, что надо. Чего? Курение полезно для здоровья? Джон Марстон. А это кто? Я уже забыл. Дача Хозия, что ли? Нет. Или да? Ладно, не будем гадать. Red Dead Redemption. Вот так должен был начаться стрим наш, ребят. Я прошу прощения с этим зомбо-режимом. Я не знал, что он зомбо-режим.
am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know.
Да, это получается то время, когда ковбои и индейцы сходили на нет. И цивилизация тихонечко, технический прогресс брал свое.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
Да, потом они, получается, в это время стали развиваться дирижабли.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. John's family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can't.
Это уж точно. Есть вещи, которые за деньги не купишь. И это, как правило, не вещи.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word.
Протестанты, католики, да, все это активно развивалось.
The chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Идите в салон. Армадильо Стейшн. Уйдешь, чтобы... Ладно, я понял. Так. Вот он. Джон Марстон, к тебе шлюшка пристает. Местная, да?
Sometimes. I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Так интересно. Интересный антураж.
Are you walking to Fort Mercer, Mr. Marston? Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail. Easy on the spurs now. We don't need to draw undue attention. Whoa there.
Так, и что дальше?
So it's Fort Mercer you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind Miss Van.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the
Чёрли
Mexican War.
Спрингс.
What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old serrated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Кого он ищет? Он Датча ищет или как? По-моему, Датча ищет. Чтобы наказать за ту выходку его с Артуром Морганом. То, что обошлись так нехорошо.
Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Станция Мерсер.
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
Но в целом неплохо сделали ремейк, надо сказать. Выжили по максимуму, я считаю. Форт Мерсер.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend.
Это порт, какой ремейк? Да, это порт, это не ремейк. Так уж, образно выразился. Порт для PS4, для PS5, скажем так. Так, куда нам? Сюда нам. Ну, я понял, что нам зачищать надо будет место. Кого? Билл Уильямсон. Дай бог памяти мне. Это не тот, который... в конце второй части, с кем он перестрелку вел. Не помню уже.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always
Заклинаю, заклинаю.
fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you.
Ни Дач, ни ты больше не указ мне, да, говорит?
I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well.
Да ладно. Не верю. Как так? Джон Марстон лоханулся. А? Спрашивается. Федеральный засланец. Первая ачивка в игре.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Эрхан, да, играл я вторую часть, я прошел ее. Я так понимаю, вот первая часть — это событие, которое разворачивается после второй части.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Спасибо большое, Эрхан. Спасибо.
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Интересно события развернулись, да? Подстрелили, вылечили, взяли на работу. Да, так. И чё, куда? Сюда. Бонни. Так, ладно. Перепрыгнуть ты не хочешь.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Идите за Бонни. Ну, пойдем, пойдем.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
Hop on up. He won't bite. Come on, then. I'll show you around the property.
Come on.
Сопровождайте Бонни. Я думаю, она меня будет сопровождать. Барышня, а мы поскочим побыстрее? General Store. Понял, понял. Был такой магазин, да.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine
Загон
corral.
как загон. Пойдет.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Try to keep up, will you?
Но веди, веди, веди. Поскакали.
was just a little girl.
Нормальная такая, конечно.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Whoa there!
Ну что ты пляшешь? Вот так.
Well, are we going inside?
Слушай, хороший у тебя дом, Бонни. Прям мечта.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston.
Miss McFarland.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
А Бонни знала, к кому обратиться. Смотри-ка, как интересно.
Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch. Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now.
Ну, конечно, вдвоем с подручным.
Well, with your trigger in
Без проблем.
feminine intuition, we should make right. God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all.
Что, кролики кукурузу почикали? Зачем ты их стреляешь, скажи мне? Еще мимо. А мне и правда надо, да, бедолаг стрелять? Ну, хавали они твою кукурузу, ну и хавали бы дальше. Ну что ты, блин. Ах, женщины кровожадные все-таки вы существа, блин. И нас такими же делаете. Ну, кто тебе еще будет мешать? Птички какие-нибудь еще, да? Но Бонни. То, лисы? Лисье бешенство, я понимаю, да. Скот укусит, будет болеть, умрет. Так, где еще? Йоу, сколько тут всего? Это, подожди, это волки или собаки? Скорее всего, волки, наверное. Просто издалека показались как лисы. Так, смотрим. А, подожди, волк? Курицу, да? В пасти. Держал. Волки же это? Смотри, смотри, смотри. С добычи убегают. Быстрей, заряжай. Все. Ну, изрядно птицу почикали.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
Мне ее охота назвать мисс Макларен. Так удобнее, блин.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Мисс Макфарлейн, блин. Я ее буду звать мисс Макларен. Сон занимает 6 часов. Да хоть 10. Нам-то от этого что? А, понял. Уровень меткого глаза 1 из 3. Уровень славы. Угу, я понял. Так, через сохранение получается сон. Все. Да, мы уверены. Все, сон прошел. Так, а текущее задание-то у меня какое? Что делать? Ох, какая луна. Ты смотри.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind.
Да в одной банде были с Биллом.
See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale. By telling you, not only will I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
О,
We'll see.
скачки предлагает. На перегонки.
All right, I'll show you how we ride round these parts.
Ну давай, покажи. давай, 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 поскакали. Ну, скачи. Ну, капец. Неотзывчивое управление какое.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland.
А чё она так ускакала-то быстро? Алло. Или это так было запланировано по сюжету? Тихо, тихо, тихо. Ну и как долго еще скакать? Пока не догоним, что ли? А, мы к ней на ранчо прискакали. Вот не зря ее назвал мисс Макларен. Такая же быстрая, как сама Макларен.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Уровень славы. Ну что ж. Теперь вы можете поговорить. Ну, давай поговорим. Who is who? О, это что это? Сельский туалет? И больше кайфа нет? Точно. Ничего, такой бычок. Ну, что застыл? Беги дальше. Так, а чё, далеко бежать, нет? Где карта-то вообще? Информация важная. Карта, вот. Оу, май, это... Нет, 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 я сюда нет. Сюда я не поскочу. В смысле, не побегу. Так, лошадка, иди-ка сюда. Поскакали-ка.
Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman.
Это как-то забавно получается. Словно на это. Подкатывает. К Марстону.
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard's food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
Crack that whip. We don't have all day. So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You
Так,
can't be a ranger
повозки
in this
ломаются.
country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you
Вот
must
уж точно.
admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter.
Типа, говорит, ты туповатый, но душа у тебя добрая.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Смотри, смотри, подкалывает.
You're telling me. So who's looking after this farm?
Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know. Just an old dog who's as lazy as a lizard on a hot day. The kind of fella laboring under the
Армадильо.
Sounds like the perfect person to leave in charge of your entire livelihood.
We go way back. And
Так, не туда я поскакал. Ну ладно. Кружок сделаем.
Can we try to stay on the road?
That's what I'm trying to do, miss.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him.
Очень странно.
Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Прям и выхаживает Марстона. Прямо что-то хочет от него. Так, доктор, нужны лекарства. Бесплатно. Все, больше нет. Продать даже нечего. Угу, я понял.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
А девчонка не промах. Прямо ух, какая уверенная в себе. Понятно. Типа дилижанс — это наше быстрое перемещение. Вон оно что. После покупки или взятия в аренду вы сможете сохранять там игру, а рядом будут появляться лошади. У вас уже максимальный уровень здоровья. Ну что ж, весьма и весьма. Так, дилижанс, говоришь? Теперь вы можете играть в покер. Прикольно. Так, отвезешь меня? А поедем мы куда мы поедем? Так. Вы не можете воспользоваться дилижансом, если у вас не хватает средств. Я понял. Бомжары мы, короче. Ох. Ну, пойдем с маршалом хоть поздороваемся.
Excuse me.
Hey, You got a visitor.
Кто это, простите? Это кто, шериф?
Shut up, you. And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did.
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
Манер-то одному не хватает точно.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them one of them Williamson boys?
Тихо, спокойно. Спокойно, мать вашу.
Tom, what? You getting kicked with me, boy?
What's going on here?
А, вот.
I got me one of them Williamson
Капец.
boys.
Я-то думал, нормальный шрифт такой же, блин.
Put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir.
Ты заколебал плеваться.
Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded.
Как удобно подстроился, а? Защищать, а не вычищать, блин.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what.
Сделку предлагает. Хочет помочь.
In the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
А, во как.
You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Let's head over to the saloon.
Понятно. И тут Джона Марстона взяли в оборот.
So who are we looking for?
Bunch of two-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walton. Goddamn road agents prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers in Armadillo spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No.
Ну, давай глянем, что за засранцы такие.
Rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Проследить надо.
Mount up, Marston. Walton's our man. God damn it, he's on to us. Get after him.
Так, где моя лошадь?
I'm getting after him. Catch me up.
Давай, поскакали. Уходит засранец.
Walton's as bad as you say he is. Why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Bridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty more where he came from.
Так, поскакали. Поскакали быстрее.
Hold up, Marston. He must be at the old Pleasance house. Probably best we take it on foot from here.
Я понял. Вон там он.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Damn. Take cover. We'll work our way up this hill.
Вверх по холму. Эй-эй-эй. Тихо, пригнулись. Так. Еще раз. Сейчас мы шляпу-то твою и выбьем. Контрольную голову. Есть. Так, еще один. Минус. Вижу вас, засранцы. До свидания. Еще двое. Тихо, тихо. Ты не там прятался. Ты тоже не там прячешься. Так. А это кто у нас? Подожди, это наш? Это же... А, это не наш. Контрольный в голову.
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Yeah. Ooh, now.
$20 заработали. Неплохо. Сказочно богатые. А лут берется автоматом, да? Банди Вест. Привет стримеру и здоровья. Спасибо большое, Банди. Тебе приятного просмотра. Так. Давай-ка глянем на карту вообще. Мы здесь. Но, в принципе, можно сюда, наверное. К маршалу. А, лут все-таки лучше чекать. Я понял. Все, поскакали. Пока лошадку не отняли. Так, ну, предлагаю к маршалу также вернуться. Потом уже к мисс Макларен. Да, как всегда, я помню. Также во второй части было. Что у вас тут, ребята? А! Засранцы! Твою мать! Быстро меня! Еще раз. А еще раз, наверное, не это самое. Не будет, наверное, такой возможности. Да, жаль. Ну ладно. Пошли тогда к мисс Макларен.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is that I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Просто Бонни. Ну ладно.
Miss McFarland,
Я твой
I'm married.
Клайд.
I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it
Но
comes
в то время
to
многие не любили англичан.
even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and
Да.
Ran away and fell in with a gang.
Вот это родословная Джона Марстона.
What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read. Taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left. Or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Конечно. Мы тебе всегда поможем. Боня.
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Ну, пойдем. Поможем ей со скотом.
Farmers such as yourself learned how to herd cattle. Whoa! Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Good to see you, Miss McFarland. Hello to you.
Easy now. Get behind the herd.
Так, ладно. Заняли позицию. Гоним, гоним. Гоним, Скотт. Есть. Давай, давай, ребятки, пошли. Бычатки. Скотинятки. Давай, давай, пошли, пошли, пошли. Дуреха, давай догоняй своих. Вот так. Ну, пошли, родимые, пошли. Стадо до пастбища довести. Ну давай, давай. Побежали. Так забавно все-таки.
Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Так.
Let's go.
Давай-ка на карту глянем. Ну, пошли также к Бонни. Бог бы с ней, поможем еще чем-нибудь. Так, а где Бонни-то? Что там опять такое? Кого там насилует? Ну-ка. А, кусают? Надо, получается, спасти его будет. И не дать закусать. $3. Ну ладно, хотя бы.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston.
Ну и лицо у него
Drew McFarland.
прям как у бабуина какого-то.
So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. And we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herd of cattle take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always going to be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime.
Ну, Джон Марстон, я так понял, сам не против прогресса.
Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
Стать нормальным человеком. устроиться на какое-нибудь ранчо, бросить все эти бандитские штучки.
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston. Right, now you got some rope on your belt. Let's see if we can't wrangle some horses. The world keeps turning. Time to get busy.
Ну, пойдем оседлаем лошадку. Давай, веди.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret that sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just
But I know
enjoy the
we're
ride?
only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. There's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
There's the horses! Get that lasso ready!
Rope one! We'll bring him down together!
Ну давай, оседлаем мустангов.
Come on! Don't be afraid of that lasso!
Let's go.
Pull that damn rope, Marston! Hold tight.
Так, лошадка.
That's it. Hold him nice and still.
Rope him! He's right there!
Погоди.
Come on now.
Так.
Marston, rope him!
Come on, that's perfect range!
Ну, поймали.
Come on, Mr. Marston. You can get him there.
He's there for the taking!
Подожди, как тут ее завязать?
There he is. Do it now, boy.
Все.
Come on,
Ну, поскакали.
let's see it, boy.
Держать равновесие. Ага, я понял. Класс. Вот это я называю хороший симулятор Родео.
Take it slow now.
That's it! Don't give up!
Только вместо бычка лошадка.
Relax now. Nearly there.
Все, оседлали.
We'll make a cowboy
То, что надо.
again. Let me take you from here. Get back on your own horse. Whew. I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston! Let's rope another one!
Так.
What are you waiting for? Whoa there! Come on, rope one of them!
Ну давай вот это вот. Да? Да. И окрас то, что надо. Оп, иди сюда.
He's a frisky one! See what you can do!
Как сесть на лошадь?
It's all right. That's it.
You'll have this in no time!
Блин, ну это прикол. А, во, она сбросила. Понял. Где моя эта лошадь? Это уже веселее. Ну-ка, красавчик. Подожди, подожди, подожди. Ну. Мне нужен только ты. А. Так, давай. Попробуем. Очень забавно. Твою ж-то маму. Какой ретивый, а? Фига, будешь моим. Не зря я тебя, красавца, приметил. Да ё-моё. Гребаные механики. Так, сесть на лошадь, сажусь. Давай. Но на этот раз должна меня выдержать. Не должна скинуть. Вот. Другое дело. Так, пошли за следующий.
I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough.
Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses have been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses. No rest for the wicked. Let's see if we can track down that other herd of horses.
Ну что, еще не все?
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Pa hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and
Красивая картинка. Скачут закат.
to become the man of the ranch. He never admitted, but my pa's a lot frailer than
two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much. Looks like the ranch hand's up ahead. Let's drive them up the canyon where it narrows. We'll trap them there.
Так, табун вижу. Поскакали.
Wait for my signal, and don't let those horses out of your sight.
I'll see you there, miss.
Вот они, мустанги. Давай заарканим.
Come on.
Так, туда скачем, ребятки, туда.
Whoa, whoa. Come on.
Ну, скачи. Куда поскакали? Ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка. Поворачиваем. Вот.
Looks like we got the lot of them. What magnificent animals they are.
Лошади, да. Великолепные животные.
Getting away. Chase them down and bring them back.
Серьезно? Жеребца ловить.
Don't let him get away.
А где он? Где он? Ну,
Let's go.
перекати поле падает. Провал. Заново. Я думал, надо скакать в ту сторону. Да мать вашу, куда? Давай, беги быстрей. Твою мать. Еще раз. Не понял я что-то ничего. Кого зарканить-то надо? Где? Где этот жеребец? Нет, это не тот. Куда скакать надо? Слышь, игра. Чё ты мне тут, сука, начинаешь-то? Херней заниматься. Где этот жеребец? Вон он, все. Далеко, далеко. Ать. Ты, наверное, по кругу бегаешь, да? Есть. Ну, поехали. Давай. По скакушке. Сбросил. Конь ты ретивый. Иди-ка сюда. Но стой ты уже спокойно. Наконец-то. Держи лошадку свою.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
Шесть лошадей загнано, уровень чести 150. Ладно, ребят, все, давай на этом закончим. Познакомились с игрой, классно, все мне нравится. Будем обязательно ее проходить от и до. Это шедевр, ребят. Так что всем до новых встреч, пока-пока.